what do you say as far as the overall outlook in your experience about women in Atlanta, women and men? Is this a man's playground, like they say? And is it all about appearances? Like, what's your overall as far as this pool that we talk about in terms of men and women and the success, the ups, downs, the Black Hollywood? What's your take on Atlanta from being here being a transplant, but being here for a few years?
I think Atlanta is just very like superficial, and it is about appearances here.
Right.
It really is. And I think it's for both sides. It's not to say there's not genuine people here, but I just think the culture of Atlanta is very superficial and kind of fake. I mean, I'm sorry to use that word, but yeah, everybody's like on the fake it till you make it, keeping up with the Joneses. I know this person. I babysat for Lil Wayne. Like, I don't
Right.
care.
Right.
I'm sorry,
Right.
but I don't care about that. Like, yeah, I just think it's hard to navigate through that and just find people that are not on that. It is, yeah.
And it seems like you came, based off what you're saying, you came to that realization early on.
Yes. Especially from working in clubs and stuff
Right.
like that. You just see a lot of that. People are so desperate to be like on the scene here. It's
Right.
kind of crazy. Not everyone, but you know what I
Right.
mean. It's just the culture of Atlanta. I love Atlanta. I think it's a great city, but I do think the social aspect of it can be a little bit tiring and draining after a while. It can.
So you're obviously in the beauty industry. What is the one of the biggest complaints you hear from your clients
As far as men
as
and
far
like
as men
dating,
and dating in this area?
that none of them want to be serious. Men here don't want to be serious. I think they have too many options. And the thing is, I think men have a lot of options here, but I don't know that they're good options. Like, you can have a plethora of women here, but if you're looking for something serious, I'm not going to say that you just have a plethora of options for that either. Just being honest. Yeah, because I have plenty of clients that they're on the, you need to be paying my bills by date 3. You need to be doing this. You need to be doing that.
So this is a real thing
Yes.
because we hear about that. This is a real thing. Okay.
Yes. Or like on a first date, before I even see you, are you cash apping me? Because I want to get my hair done. I want to get my nails done. I might need a babysitter. Like, I hear that a lot. I've heard men tell me that, like, that I've dated. Like, I just appreciate you, like, meeting me and not coming at me crazy. And I'm like, the
Send in a
balls
car.
that people have, like, really, the audacity that people have is crazy.
Send a car to come get me.
Yeah, it's just it can be excessive, or like, I'm not going to this type of restaurant. I'm sure you've seen that on social media.
Oh yeah,
It
Cheesecake
better be
Factory.
chops or else. I've heard that a lot, and I'm like, I, I don't get it. I'm not saying I'm going to Burger King, and I get it, but I just
And
think some of the standards are so like unrealistic and overhyped at this point. And I do think that's from social media. I absolutely do. And again, this is like an entertainment go out
for
party
sure.
city. So when you throw that in with this new generation of social media, that's what we have now.
What's the best place to meet people at in Atlanta, in your opinion?
Oh
I mean,
God.
I know you're not on the scene, but from what you hear from what your clients, what do you hear is the best place to meet people here in Atlanta? Both men and women who are looking to meet people.
I don't know that there's really like a best place. I would say I try to avoid like a club or a lounge.
For
I'm not
sure.
trying to meet anybody there. I would say like maybe go to a restaurant, especially if you're a woman going by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And you sit at the bar. You can definitely meet a lot of people that way.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And I don't. If I'm doing that, I'm not going out on the weekend and doing it either. I think a weekday is a lot better.
Weekdays a lot better. Why is
Absolutely.
that?
Because first of all, if it's a man that's out on a Tuesday evening or Wednesday evening, doesn't mean he's single, but a lot of times, like, you get to talking. Yeah, I just find more single men that way. Versus on the weekend, it's like, it's the weekend. That's when all the married men, they out. They watching football with their homeboy on Sunday, but they still out hollering at women. I'm just being honest. You go to a sports bar on a Sunday, 9 times out of 10, if a man approaches me, he's married. And don't have any shame either.
I have heard that so many times
Have
that
no shame.
married men have no shame around here.
None. They have no shame. They're more bold than the single men. That's who's coming up and talking to women, the married men. So I just feel better about if a weekday and it's 7, 8 o'clock and you out. Yeah, because you got to explain that to your wife. Like, what are you doing out? You been stopped working. You was done at 4:30, 5 o'clock. So where are you at? And it's just not as crowded. It's not as crowded. It's just easier, I think, to meet people on a weekday.
Weekday.
Go to a restaurant. Don't go to a bar. Don't go to a lounge. Yeah.
And don't be looking for anything.
And don't look. Yeah. Just kind of let it happen on its own.
And last question.
Okay.
I think I said this
You
already.
said that like...
Sorry. This is definitely the last one.
I'm not mad at it.
What do you, I don't want to say wish.
Okay.
What do you think men don't understand about women? That you wish that more men understood about women?
Oh, that's a good one. What do I wish that they understood more about women? I think I wish they understood no matter how bad the truth is, we'll always respect that more. I always hear men tell me, like, women don't want to hear the truth. And yes, at least for me, I'm speaking for me personally. Yes, I do. Because I can at least respect you at the end of the day.
For sure.
Even if it means we may not deal with each other in the same capacity, doesn't mean there has to be bad blood. But when you lie or hide things, even if it is to protect my feelings, it's just not good. I'm not going to respect you after doing something like that. I can't trust you after doing something like that. You're better off just coming out and saying it. Whatever it is. Because a lot of times women will work with stuff. I'm not saying cheating. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying like a financial issue.
Absolutely
or
right.
A woman will work with that, but you just got to be upfront. Like, let me make an informed decision. Don't rob me of the option to make an informed decision. That's the worst thing that you can do, I think, to a woman a lot of times.
I definitely agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Honesty is the best policy. And sometimes, fellas, you never know. Being honest with a woman, she'll want you more.
It's true.
I'm just saying. I mean, instead of you just making up a bunch of lies, you know, tell her what you want up front. Have some class.
Of
you
course.
know, tell her what you want up front and let her make the decision. And that's just that. But this has been great. I've learned a lot. I'm pretty sure everyone's going to learn a lot, and we're going to definitely chop this up and shorts, clips, things like that. Anything else you want to add that we might have missed out on here?
No, not that I can think of.
Yeah.
You asked some great questions. So
I try to keep it organic like we're having. I think it's easier a lot of times for those that everybody's watching.